Hello, everybody. Welcome to Restless Minds. My name is Daryl. Today, we're going to be talking about NVIDIA Large Language Models. Now, the reason why I wanted to show these types of models is because if you go onto their webpage, especially for the models, it'll give you a basic understanding of how these large language models operate. And it breaks it down by categories. So if you go onto the buildnvidia.com website, on the left side, you have models. And within this section right here, you're going to see different categories, starting with reasoning, vision, visual design, retrieval, speech, biology, simulation. And then it breaks it down into industries. Right now, with AI still so early on, even though it's rapidly growing, you have the gaming industry, healthcare, and industrial. So first, before I move on, this video is not sponsored by the NVIDIA. This is for educational purposes only, and this is for me exploring large language models. So we're going to be going into the documentation section. So to get to the documentation section in build.nvidia.com website, on the top right-hand side, you can go to Docs. You'll bring this page up, and this is the documentation hub. So this hub right here is the science of the models. So if you're curious or if you want to learn more, I would refer to this page right here to learn more about these models. So going back into the NVIDIA models, this first section right here, it gives you the most popular foundational models. And we'll click on the View All Models, and it breaks it down by two tabs, which is the models and the agent blueprints. So the models has about 120 models that you can scroll down and play around with, and they're all broken down into different types of categories is what I see, which is the language generation and text to text. It'll give you a whole bunch of large language models that you can play around with. And this is all on the web browser, so you won't have to install a VS Code or anything like that. You can just explore these models inside the web browser. So let's do one real quick. So we'll do Llama 3.1 405B instruct. Now, with what it's showing here, we can deploy it anywhere. Now, once you start playing around with the models, as you can see here, this is the basic interface that you see. You have the preview, and then you have the JSON code that you can actually take this and use it onto your own AI environment. It also gives you the Python or the programming language, which is you can put it on Python, LangChain, Node, Shell, or Docker. I normally use Python and Docker in simple cases with chatbots and these models. So right off the bat, you can just play with it just instantly by just clicking on, let's see, what is the weather in Santa Clara? So once you click on that example or type in the question, it will show you that it's thinking, and then it'll actually give you the basic Python code or the code for these types of programming language. So as you see here, it's a lot more detailed, and it might be overwhelming to the person who's just getting into AI. However, it's a lot more simpler to understand what a large language model is, because it shows you the science behind everything besides going into ChatGPT and just, messing around with ChatGPT. So as you can see here, it gave me a response to what is the weather in Santa Clara, California. It looks like you're trying to do a function calling. Here's the code to use the tool. Click run to continue. So the current weather in Santa Clara is partly cloudy with a temperature of 17 degrees and a humidity of 93%. The wind is blowing at a speed of 4 kilometers. All right, so to get a chatbot or create a chatbot, you will be able to take this code and add it into your AI environment. Let's say, for example, if you're using VS Code, you can use VS Code to create your chatbot using this type of code. So go back to the main web page. So with every model, they have specific, I guess, features, or SMEs is what I call it. And each model is meant to do a specific thing. For example, reasoning, which you have Llama 3.1, you have Nemotron 4340B Instruct, you have Cosmos, Neva, dplot, and then going into the vision, you have OCDRNet, Visual ChangeNet, NVClip, Retail, Object Detection, Visual Design. Then you have Retrieval. You also have Speech. Then Biology, which is breaking it down into narrow AI. And then you have Simulation. And then going into the industries, you have Gaming, Healthcare, Industrial. So let me know what you guys think about using NVIDIA models. In my opinion, it's more detailed, but it just makes you understand, or it makes me understand what is behind large language models, because it gives you the code. NVIDIA breaks it down by categories within the models, and then industries, on what type of industries are already applying, these types of models from NVIDIA. But other than that, thank you for watching. If you like this content, please subscribe below. I'll leave the link to these NVIDIA models down below. I'll even leave the documentation hub. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe below, and I'll see you in my next video.